This Guy's Garage. Like and subscribe.
Question. So this is now, we're on February 14th. In your recollection, when was Cabinet made aware that a plan was coalescing to carry out an operation in downtown Ottawa?
I don't recall Cabinet being informed of that. During the discussion at Cabinet, views were sought.
Okay, so this is February 11th, and I believe it was brought to the IRG on February 12th.
Correct.
Correct, okay. And at that point, views were sought.
Correct.
And you provided a view?
I did.
And your view was?
Well, it's protected.
Got it. Okay. Can we then go to the February 12th IRG, ssm.nsc.can 50214? In terms of specifics, just scroll down a little bit more. The NSIA reported that the situation in Windsor remains very fluid, with law enforcement having begun to take action. In Ottawa, we're seeing a significant escalation in the boldness of protesters. So just stopping there, what does that mean? What was that observation?
Yeah, we were hearing this from the OPS and Intersect, and certainly, again, social media and media. Bouncy castles had happened. The view that they were here to stay, that they had zero regard for the citizens of Ottawa, that social media was talking more and more about aggressive action to stay, holding the line, dig in.
So this is the Cabinet meeting on February 13th, and this is the report that you're giving at this was definitely a key moment in the events and in the eventual decision to invoke. And you're reporting on what you've heard from various agencies, including CSIS and including the RCMP. I don't know if you had a chance to see the RCMP's testimony the other day, but Commissioner Lucki testified that she was never asked to speak either at the IRG meeting on February 13th or at the Cabinet meeting on February 13th. And there's a key bit of well, I call it evidence, but it's information at the time, where Commissioner Lucki had expressed the view to Mike Jones, who is the Minister of Public Safety's Chief of Staff, that law enforcement had not yet exhausted all available tools to it. Is that a message that you, who were asked to speak at these meetings, conveyed to the IRG or to Cabinet at either of those meetings?
No, I was not. And we build my speaking points from the information from the agencies and departments. I will say that at an IRG, deputy ministers and deputy heads, individuals who are at that meeting, are expected to provide information that is of use to decision makers, being the Prime Minister and his Cabinet. And so if there is useful information or critical information, it needs to be provided, whether you're on the speaking list or not. There is no evidence that there was a plan. And as I noted, we had been told there was a plan multiple times.
When you say no evidence, what kind of evidence would you have expected to see?
We would expect some level of assurance from the RCMP that the people were in place, it was executable. We don't expect to see details, that's policing. But we needed a level of assurance that, yes, finally, the officers needed, the equipment needed, the executable strategic and tactical plan was there. The same thing that had been asked for several days. We didn't have any evidence or assurance that that was in fact where we were.